Owiana Sulistia Ningsi was repeatedly beaten. The woman who did this to her also hit Tutiklastari Ningsi with the bamboo end of a feather duster and threatened to kill her if she told anyone. Baby Jane Alice was diagnosed with cervical cancer. A month later, she was fired from her job. These are just some of the cases that made headlines in Hong Kong and shone a light on the mistreatment of foreign domestic workers in the city. The majority of Hong Kong's foreign domestic workers come from Indonesia and the Philippines. Commonly referred to as helpers, they work as cleaners, cooks and caregivers of children and elderly for the families that employ them. They're paid a minimum wage of 4,520 Hong Kong dollars, or about $575 a month, meaning many middle-class families in Hong Kong can afford to have a helper, sometimes two. A recent survey suggested over 70% of Hong Kong's foreign domestic helpers work over 13 hours per day. Hong Kong law requires employers to give helpers 1 day off a week, but around 35% of the more than 2,000 survey respondents said they also need to work on their day off. And about 4% said they had been physically abused by their employer. Some domestic helpers have been trying to fight for better treatment. One contentious issue is the government's policy that requires helpers to live with their employers. Critics say the policy amounts to putting a helper on call 24 hours a day. One Filipino helper sought a judicial review of the requirement in 2016. She argued Owiana's abuse could have been avoided had she not been forced to live with her employer. But the Hong Kong High Court upheld the government's requirement. It said domestic workers who do not agree with the rule could choose not to work in the city. Baby Jane Alice has filed a complaint with Hong Kong's Labour Department for being fired shortly after she told her employers she had been diagnosed with cervical cancer. She accuses them of violating Hong Kong's employment ordinance, which says it is unlawful to dismiss an employee who is on paid sick leave. These aren't the only difficulties they face. Many helpers spend years paying off debts to employment agencies that charge them excessive fees. Others say they have never received their wages on time. There are 370,000 foreign domestic helpers in Hong Kong. They've been dubbed the backbone of Hong Kong's middle class and the engine of its economy. Their supporters and advocacy groups warn that if measures aren't taken to better protect them, Hong Kong's economy could suffer if the workers seek safer shores.